Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Personal Growth Tips with Volkify. Today we are going to discuss the best personal growth routine that I can recommend to you guys. So we are going to discuss what should be part of it, how should you structure your days and your weeks so that you can see results the fastest. Check it out. First off, when I look at personal growth, I don't really try to make a daily schedule. I feel personally that it gets boring very fast if you do the same things over and over again, day after day. So what I instead do is that I focus on my entire week. So I might spread out different activities all throughout the week just to create a little bit of diversity. So what I then do is that I break down all the different activities that I do throughout the week into 5 different categories. And those 5 categories are physical growth, mental growth, spiritual growth, social growth, and professional growth. I feel like if you focus on those 5 areas, you really have all your bases covered. There's no area that you completely neglect, and if you focus on those 5 areas, you're gonna grow so much as a person in general. So the first area is spiritual growth. For me, spiritual growth means that you are in complete alignment with who you are and who you want to become in the future. So every single thing that you do throughout the week is based on these premises. It's based on who you are, what your strengths and weaknesses are, and who you want to turn into. What is the path that you are on? There are 3 routines that I focus on in particular when it comes to spiritual growth. The first one is journaling. Journaling pretty much means keeping a diary. So you write down what was important to you throughout the day, you write down what your sticking points are in developing even further, you write down what keeps you occupied in your mind. The second routine is meditation. Now, meditation can help you in a variety of ways, but most importantly, meditation helps you to ground yourself. This means that you become more certain of who you are and what you're doing in this life. You simply feel more sure of everything that you are doing throughout your days and weeks. And then thirdly, I focus on affirmations on a daily basis to improve my spiritual growth. Affirmations are the stories that you tell yourself in your head. So what is going through your mind when you walk to the bus station, when you do grocery shopping, when you're doing the dishes? What is the narrative that you are telling yourself? Is it a positive one or is it a negative one? If you focus on that and you manage to change the negative thoughts into positive affirmations, things that are encouraging you and elevating you, you will see huge improvements in your day-to-day life. The second area of growth that I focus on is physical growth. This also has many different aspects, and I don't have to get too much into detail here, but make sure that you eat clean and that you exercise regularly. It doesn't have to be every day, in my opinion. You don't have to become some kind of gym rat, but personally I like to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. So I do that, and on top of that I do exercise a little bit at home. Might be before I go to work, or might be after I come home from work, before I go to bed. I might do some light stretching, might do some push-ups, just something to keep my body active and keep that energy within my body that we lose if we just sit 10 hours per day and stare on a screen. On top of that, make sure that you eat clean, eat healthy, eat whole foods. Don't just go out and buy frozen food. Don't eat too much fast food, but instead focus on really giving your body the nutrients that it needs in order to grow stronger and support you on your journey. The third area of growth that I incorporate into my weekly routine is mental growth. Mental growth, of course, is also very diverse. It really covers everything that challenges your brain to learn something new. So what I, for example, do is that when I commute to work, which is about 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, I don't look at my phone. I sit in the subway, yes, and everybody around me is staring at their phone, yes, but I instead take a book with me and I read. And it's not that much, of course you could always do more, but at least I get an hour of reading done every single day. Of course there are a million different things that you can do right now to learn more and to stimulate your brain in a way that it's never been stimulated before. Really, any activity that can guarantee that is fine if you incorporate it into your routine for personal growth. What I'm doing right now, for example, is I learned 2 different new languages. The first one is Swedish, which I'm getting rather good at because I live in Sweden. And then the second one is learning Chinese. And that's a real challenge for me. My girlfriend is Chinese, so it does make sense. But right now I'm only doing 5 minutes every evening before I go to bed. And already that is a huge challenge for me every evening because it's unlike any language that I've ever learned before. So it's a struggle, but I can already feel my brain making connections in a way that it's never done before. So it's fascinating and it's challenging and it's definitely enhancing my mental growth. The fourth area that you should pay attention to when you create your own personal growth routine is professional growth. Now we all have jobs that we go to 8 hours per day, but it's a very different thing to just go there and to actively go there to grow yourself into a better version of yourself. So often people just go to work to get it over with, get home, and at the end of the month get their paycheck. But this is not how you should approach your work time. In fact, if you are not pushing your limits during those working hours, you're never gonna improve. There's gonna be no progress, and of course that's gonna show in your career, but it's also gonna show in your personal happiness and satisfaction. Try to see work not as a means to an end, but really as a gift to you. A gift to develop your skills and hone your personality into the kind of person that you one day want to become. Number 5, and last but not least, is growing socially. Growing socially and scheduling tasks into your routine that force you to grow socially is crucial. It is so crucial because it affects everyone that we interact with on a regular basis. It's our partner, it's our family, it's our friends, it's our colleagues. All of these people are affected by how effectively we are able to communicate with them. So make sure that social activities are part of your weekly routine. Can be a dinner party with friends, can be going out with colleagues for an after work, it can be planning a surprise trip for your partner. And when you find yourself in these situations, make sure that you actually push your comfort zone out a little bit. Talk to the colleague that you never talked to before. Have a serious conversation with a close friend. Address some issues that you have with your partner maybe. So as you have seen, when you're building your personal growth routine, it's really not about telling you exactly, okay, this and this and this is what you have to do, but really just covering the main areas. Personal growth means spiritual growth, mental growth, social growth, physical growth, and professional growth. As long as you have all these 5 covered by different activities that you spread out throughout your weekly routine, you are all good. And you're gonna see progress in all of these different areas over time. So that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe down below so you can get a lot more personal growth tips in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much again and talk to you next time.